I I saw the article. I've been following what's happening in to do with these breaches down in now I've got the name now. But anyway, I've just been watching it a minute ago. Oh shit! Hang on a minute. Just a minute. I've just got short-term memory problems at the moment. I'm too old. Right, so I was watching this video. I think it's Christchurch, isn't it? No, it's not Christchurch. Hang on a minute. Whitchurch, that's it, Whitchurch. Right, so there's a whole bunch of videos about these this canal that's burst its bank, right? So just to show you quickly a snippet from it. This is from Neil Jones, who's just put up a video. I'm not going to play it because I wanted to show you something else. I just wanted to show you the thumbnail, really. Right, so if I just go over, you could just to see. Oh, what am I doing here? I'm trying to get this handle. So this is where the damage is, where the embankment has basically collapsed, and there's all these trees around it, right, if you look. So I need to put some credit to Neil, to his video, so copy that link. I'll stick it in the description so you can go and watch his video. So if you look, there's all these trees grouped around this breach where the canal boats have fallen into. You have to excuse me, so I'm not feeling so good at the moment. I'm full of this. I've still got a chest infection. I'm still recovering. But what's frustrating for me is because I've lived in this country for 66 years. Well, that's my age, and people used to be smarter. You know, people used to know about things like this, about don't plant trees on dams, don't plant trees on embankments. So what we have now is, hang on a minute, what we have now is a serious problem, because just a minute, just a minute, I need to make a list of URLs, otherwise I'll forget where I am. So what we have now is a situation where a water supply has basically been cut off because of this dam breach, because on this canal, because it feeds into a reservoir which supplies drinking water to a large area of the population. So there's a guy on YouTube who's been fixing these kinds of problems for well, most of it, all his life basically, and he explained it. Now this is Let's Dig 18. He's in America, and I'm going to put his link in the description later on. So that's that one. So this video here, at the very beginning, he explains what happens.
Well, here's our newest project. Out here on the 160, we got the 220 coming because the new play toy didn't make it here in time. So, got about an acre and a half pond or so. It's down about probably 10 feet. It's leaking through the dam. The dam's about 500 feet long, and there's certain spots where the water's just gushing through like a fire hose. So either when it was built a long time ago, they just pushed up dirt and it had a log or something in it, and as time progressed, the log rotted out, created a tunnel, and there goes the water.
So he explained it quite simply. Logs rot away, and as they disintegrate, they create a void in the clay embankment, which causes water to flow through, and then you have a breach. that is one of the most common types where logs can rot, decompose, and create a void where the water can get through. But there's many other situations. If you have a large tree that's on a very narrow bank like this. Now, if we look at this bank here is very narrow, and there's a lot of high winds. The tree is going to move around, and the root system is going to move in the ground, especially if the ground is sodden like porridge and it's very soft. The roots are going to move around and weaken the embankment, and the water's going to eventually, it's just going to come gushing out the other end. What's this? I'm getting a message on my phone. Freaking weather report. Oh, God dear me. So this is the kind of problem that happens all the time. Now, this guy in America, if you go to his channel, Let's Dig 18, and you go to his and search for tree roots or dam leak, he's got loads of videos about dam leaks. Most ponds or it's all the same thing basically. Ponds or dams or canals, it's all to do with an embankment of some kind that holds back water, right? If the embankment's too narrow, it's going to be in a very fragile condition, because if it's really narrow, I've seen him build some really much wider dams recently because he's been trying to fight against this problem. It's a reoccurring problem with excessive rainfall. So hang on a minute, I'm trying to open this without sound. So this is another one of his videos. Now let's see. Let's go to the full screen a minute. I'll put a link to this in the description as well. I don't know. I haven't assessed the situation. I don't think I've actually watched this one. I haven't thumbed it up or anything. Now this is 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Let's just skip forward because I haven't got time to go through everything. But it looks like. Just skip forward a bit more. Looks like he's draining the pond out because he's got the hoses down there. Looks like he's going to drain it to fix it, because sometimes they go to drain it to fix it. Let's see. I can't really. You'll have to go and watch these yourself because I haven't got time. These videos are too long to preview really, but there's a whole bunch of stuff in here where he's come across trees, roots coming out the side of the dam, and water's just basically been running down the sides of the roots, and then there's a huge void. The next thing you know, the whole dam just collapses into itself, and that's what happens because as the water flows, it carries things away. Let's see. What else is there? I don't think that one's gonna. Yeah, some of these videos are just too long, but they're too long. Some of them an hour. I used to actually a lot of videos have got longer since in the most recent years since he started using GoPro. He's been doing much longer videos these days. These are like 7 years ago. But there's a lot of videos to do with water leaks in breaches and dams, and there's a lot of stuff in there. But I've been watching his channel for probably, I don't know, probably 6-7 years maybe. So this is going to a point in the past where I haven't actually seen all these videos, but He's actually been on TV, this guy, so he knows his stuff. But me and my friend have been watching him. But I mean, after a while, it gets a little bit monotonous, because a lot of the stuff that Stig just do is the same. It's the same thing every day, more or less. You know, pond builds and all that. But after a while, you do get a little bit fed up of watching pond builds, and I've watched so many. Just lately, I've been needing a change. You know, because. But the point is, I know I have seen all of the situations that he's come across to do with dam leaks, and they're nearly always to do with trees and too much water. There's two main situations: excessive rainfall, or where a tree system on a narrow bank gets undermined because the ground becomes so soft that the tree will just literally fall over, or the root system will move to the point where water will flow past the roots and it will breach the dam. So it's either a pond that's breached, or a lake, or generally speaking, in America they don't really have. I've never seen him working on a lock, on a canal. America's not very common for canals, at least at the moment. It's mostly common for ponds and lakes and things, so they don't generally work on canals. But the situation's the same as far as the leaking dam goes. Anyway, I'm going because yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.